Good morning. An event like this in Brightwell-cum-Sotwell would normally be attended by hundreds of people and would no doubt have turned into a bit of a party. But because of the COVID-19 restrictions and the new regulations the government announced on Saturday, we've decided a grand opening really isn't appropriate. We're very conscious that Tier 4 is only about 10 miles away from us, and many of you will have had your Christmas plans turned upside down. Nevertheless, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you on this soggy midwinter's day to Little Martins. While we cannot have a big party, we will continue with our blessing of this new open space. I'm especially pleased to virtually welcome all the new residents who have moved into Little Martins. We haven't had a chance to do so yet, but we're looking forward to meeting you all. What a year you chose to move in.
The inspiration for Little Martins Meadow came from the community-led parish plan. In this plan, villagers asked the parish council for more places where natural play was possible, quieter spaces where nature ruled, similar to the community orchard or the Millennium Wood. Several people also raised the possibility of some form of public art inspired by nature. Before Little Martins was built, the archaeologists moved in. They dug down to the Bronze Age ground layer. Sitting on this ancient surface surrounding the early pits and buildings of the Bronze Age time were dozens of sarsen stones of all sizes. These stones are only found in this part of the world. It is a sandstone that is associated with the Chalk Ridge, running from Sotwell Hill to the Berkshire Downs in Wiltshire, and can range in size from a pebble to a massive block. What the archaeologists had discovered was the evidence of the very first settlement in our village, situated near the spring that gives the parish its name, the Brightwell, located just behind the houses behind us to the south. Over the intervening millennia, these sarsen stones have been used for many different things in Brightwell-cum-Sotwell. For building, for grinding corn, to make roads, to designate the parish boundaries, and to mark special places. Even St James's Church is made from sarsen stone. Several smaller stones, marker stones, still stand in the parish, in private gardens and along the Roman Road and in Slade End.
When we were thinking about how the request for more natural play areas could be incorporated into Little Martins Meadow, it seemed right that we took inspiration from the areas past. The wonderful new sarsen stones at the centre of Little Martins Meadow remind us of the origins of the village. They remember the generations of villagers that have made our parish their home, near to the place where it all began, and will provide a focus for future generations of Brightwellians to enjoy. The 4 quarter stones that surround the central monolith are aligned to the 4 points of the compass, and in between these there are 4 smaller stones that point to the rising and setting sun on the winter and summer solstices. It's one big astronomical clock. These smaller stones were salvaged from Little Martins before construction of the new houses began, and they've been returned. Around the edge of the meadow are plantings of native trees and shrubs, including blackthorn, hawthorn, wild cherry, crab, apple, yew and holly. These areas will provide a home for wildlife and food for the birds and the deer that wander through the village. When it gets a little warmer, of course, we'll plant some grass and some wildflowers so that everyone can use the meadow throughout the seasons. Somewhere in the stones, a time capsule has been placed. The contents of the capsule reflect our experiences of 2020 and include messages from Brightwell School, the Parish Council and the latest copy of the Villager. The time capsule will be opened in 25 years' time. The location being sealed in an envelope that's been presented to Brightwell School to look after. Only myself and Jason know exactly where it is until then. It could be bribed though.
Before we bless Little Martins, however, the parish needs to take ownership of this space. So it gives me great pleasure to invite Oliver from Kinnerley to come forward and present Sue Robson, our chair of the parish council, with the deeds to the meadow. From now on, Little Martin's Meadow will be owned and managed by the parish for all of the village to use and enjoy.
From everybody at Kingley, gives us great pleasure to hand this land over to the Parish Council of Brightwell.
Thank you very much indeed. So now we've got the deeds, it's now time to open Little Martin's Meadow.
Darkness is banished and morning is here. Gilding the heavens the sunbeams appear. Dewdrops like diamonds flash on the grass. Bees in the meadows all hum as they pass. Nature awaketh to gladden our grant, for in her joyfulness all take part.
Through love, not hate, all that is grand in nature or art sprang into being. He who would build sublime and lasting works to stand the test of time must inspiration draw from his full heart, and he who loveth widely, well and much, and secret holds the true master touch.
At the bottom of my garden there's a hedgehog and a frog, and a lot of creepy crawlies living underneath a log. There's a baby daddy longlegs and an easy-going snail. A family of woodlice, all are on my nature trail. When you have a garden, you will never be alone, and I believe we all deserve a garden of our own.
And the vicar will now bless the new meadow.
Words from Psalm 19. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day they pour forth speech. Night after night they reveal knowledge. They have no speech. They use no words. No sound is heard from them. Yet their voice goes out into all the earth. Their words to the ends of the world. In the heavens God has pitched a tent for the sun. It is like a bridegroom running out of his chamber, like a champion rejoicing to run his course. It rises at one end of the heavens and makes its circuit to the other. Nothing is deprived of its warmth. And so may the God of peace bring love to this place. May the Son of peace bring joy to this place. And may the Spirit of peace bring happiness to this place, this day and all days. And now may the Lord bless you and bless you kindly. Amen.
We now welcome you all to help open Little Martin's Meadow.
This morning we collected stones, twigs and sprigs of holly from the hills that rise above the village, from Castle Hill and Brightwell Barrow. We've also collected stones and sprigs of holly from the four corners of our parish, from Clapcut, Sotwell, Mackney and Brightwell, that we now invite village children to place around the stones. Throughout the week we welcome you all to help open Little Martin's Meadow by placing your own gifts around the stones. Please follow appropriate social distancing rules, but feel free to present your own stones, twigs, holly, mistletoe, anything natural that will, over time, fall to the ground and join the earth to become part of the new meadow. Feel free to say a prayer, make a wish, or read a poem to help bring happiness and joy to this place.
But don't forget your wellies. Thank you all for joining us in these difficult times. Little Martin's Meadow is now blessed, it's ours and it's open. Please feel free to make your way through the meadow and leave your own natural gifts. Finally, we do plan to have a big village party in the meadow this summer when the restrictions are lifted and everything is a little bit back to normal, hopefully. And we can give this wonderful new open space a proper Brightwell welcome, probably with wine. We wish you a very, very happy Christmas, or the best Christmas you could possibly have at this time. Thank you.